Bill Maher instantly regrets making fun of a pro wrestler. Okay, I don't know about picking. Come on now, come on. What the hell?
For those of you who don't recognize Sting, that there's here with the. Okay.
He looks good, huh?
Yeah.
He looks good painted
I
up,
made
really.
him talk.
You're gonna go there already.
All right.
You should see him with blonde hair.
I can't get you to shut up, Sting. I'm gonna have to throw you over there. Please don't.
Let's revisit Bill Maher getting his behind handed to him by pro wrestlers, shall we?
My first question is, the audience, your audience, they're in on the joke, right?
So is your audience.
So is your audience.
So is your audience, man.
Roddy Piper.
Yeah, but when I say in on the joke, I mean that people know that you're not really beating each other up.
Okay, we got a
Oh,
long...
you
okay,
stop
wait,
right there.
In 1999, Maher hosted Sting, Medusa,
Oh, so I thought it was
Roddy
98.
Piper, and announcer Bobby the Brain Heenan. It didn't go well.
The
You're
only thing
telling me
that's
that you're
fake
really
is...
hitting each other?
The sound of the chair is real, okay? We are entertainment, but when a metal chair cracks your back, that's not fake.
You know,
When
it can't
somebody
be a
throws
metal
you from... It's a metal
Yes,
I
you know what? I'm
There's
so
never a bruise on any of you.
Baloney, you
How
got
could
a
there-
minute? Look at this. No.
How about that, Piper?
And it would only get better.
Broken wrist! See that wrist? 7 years it's been broken. Owen Hart, dead. Why don't you go tell Mrs. Hart what a joke it is, huh? Oh, it's just a phrase, right? You want me to be truthful with you?
Look at Maher's face. He knows he's been got. Owen Hart, at just 34 years of age, died tragically during a pay-per-view event in 1999. From
I'll never
wrestling.
forget that, boy.
Hart's cause of death was blunt force trauma to the chest after severing his aorta following a 78-foot fall from the top
Ooh.
of Kemper Arena, where he had been
I was in
passed
school when that
with
happened. I'll never
propelling
forget
from
that.
the ceiling in his blue blazer character.
I saw you hit somebody crack somebody with a baseball bat. A baseball bat.
That is correct. Leave
over on his head and his back.
And leave it to the pros. That's all I'm saying. Kids, don't do that at home. Well, I know how to do it.
Bill.
I know how to do it.
No, really, look, no. Wrestlers are wonderful people.
I'm not denying
No,
that.
we are actors. We are stunt people.
Okay.
We are gymnasts, all
Yeah.
in one. We are a /sports entertainment.
But
We
we're
are
not
in
a
an industry.
joke.
We are in an industry by ourselves. We are very unique people. What did I say? We're stunt people. They're
No,
stunts.
yeah, we know how to
There's
do
props.
it. We know how to do it. I mean, I could take this bat or a bat and whack you right now, and well,
A bat. That's a real bat you have?
A real
yeah,
bat.
yes.
It's like explaining wrestling to a kid, isn't it? For the record, other wrestlers loved it. Mark Henry would see the clip of Piper owning Maher and write, "This was a classic."
What do you say to people who would argue that kids adore you, look up to you, and when they watch wrestling, they see a world where every conflict gets resolved by violence, and that's not a good thing for society?
Aha.
Vice's Ian Williams had an interesting write-up on this very subject. The relation between controlled and uncontrolled violence in the pro wrestling imagination isn't as distant as we like to think. There's something about peering
like
over
the Mortal
edge into
Kombat
the realm
thing.
of chaos, which gets
It's
us
a
going.
damn video
We may
game.
not like the real thing, but we sure are
You don't do
fascinated by
that
it.
stuff.
That's why it starts with mom and dad at home.
It's in
You
the-
think-
It's the mom and dad that controls the
And you
environment.
think
to
that mom
watch
and dad should say, don't watch your show?
I didn't say that.
I don't put
No,
words in
it-
his mouth now.
I think when 1999 will be remembered in entertainment, there'll be Pokemon, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and wrestling. Those are the three entertainment phenomenons. What is your theory why it's so big now? How do you rise to the top? How do you get to be where you guys are from all those people?
You know what, if I may say so, sir, the difference is...
What?
Just
He's gonna strike.
Just don't show me your again.
Listen, I ain't backstage, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm not dropping my pants in front of other men, but go ahead.
Well, how'd you get the job?
Oh, whoa!
Sting is giving a look of, dude, stop trying to mess with this guy. He's got your number.
Leave Piper alone. You can get your feelings hurt.
And they pour their hearts out. And promoters take advantage of them. And A&E does something that's wrestling's phony. And if some wrestler goes on there and says they do this and that, but you never see that wrestler on top wrestling main event anywhere. All he's doing is prostituting himself on camera and telling a bunch of secrets that are all lies. And when we walk in, we're not appreciated for the athletes and the honest people that we really are. I got 6 kids, and you want to say, first thing you say it's a joke. And you
No, I
just
never said it was
I've
a
got
joke.
the floor. I've got the floor. You didn't mean it bad. But you know what? We get that everywhere we go. So after a while, it gets old.
Because it's a theatrical event.
Why can't you accept
I
that?
am accepting it.
Sometimes-
I'm asking about the audience. He's not accepting
You are
it.
so sensitive.
And it's a fair point. Though it certainly does feel like Maher is simply trying to poke the bear here, right? What I see when I look back on
Okay, I like this guy's background he's got back there.
where he is today,
This guy got
the
tried
time
in
in
black.
between his HBO show, his podcast, is a man who has not aged well politically, logically. At this point, he feels like a never-Trumper moderate when he said the Dems should run behind Amy Klobuchar. Incredibly odd statement. The Islamophobia he has had throughout the years. Having right-wing kooks on his show. And
Oops.
So I thought this girl was working out
I was
like
trying to
crazy, but
press
she
pause.
wasn't. I met her yesterday at the gym, and I asked her, "How do you look so great?"
I was trying to pause this. Know about all the other stuff he was just talking about, but yeah, they like I said, they've been people don't like certain stuff. Like he said, the wrestling's fake. Was it the UFC is better? Then somebody turned around and say, well, the UFC is too barbaric and bloody. People getting their head bashed in. The video game is too violent. You don't buy. That's why they just like they made the advisory sticker for the music. They made the advisory the rankings for the games. Because when Mortal Kombat came out, we knew it was a video game. We weren't going out there like Scorpion cutting somebody's head off. I don't know about that. It's a damn video game. So what the hell? So saying that people ain't athletes and this is that. You ain't out there. There's you got gold medalists and track sprinters out there, and they're not athletes. Okay, tell that to Kurt Angle and what's his name, Benjamin's face. How about that? I bet you won't. Tell that to Lesnar's face. And Lesnar's been in some everything. He's been in the wrestling and he's been in the UFC and college wrestling. So yeah. So like I said, you're horse shit to bullshit. And so talking about they're not athletes. Hell out of here.